Here's your wrestling news for May 13th, 2021. And your headlines for today include: Miro beats Darby Allin to become the new TNT champion. What happened after AEW Dynamite went off the air? Orange Cassidy legitimately knocked out Cole during AEW Dynamite. Cassidy's present condition is revealed. WWE eyeing surprise location for SummerSlam 2021. WWE changed up another plan for Raw this week. News of yet another AEW wrestler's injury during AEW Blood and Guts match is out. Why cops pulled Darby Allin and Sting over 3 times. Drake Wuertz misses WWE NXT and appears elsewhere. Bayley calls Becky Lynch's WWE return wishful thinking. Are WWE planting the seeds for Becky's return? CM Punk takes a dig at Vince McMahon while responding to Charlotte Flair, and more. We are starting today with AEW, and after just 8 months with the company, Miro has won his first gold in the All Elite promotion. Facing Darby Allin on this week's Dynamite, Miro attacked the face-painted wrestler before the bell rang, and things didn't get much better for Sting's protege, who lost the title locked in the game over, and the referee called for the bell. After the show went off the air, Allin spoke to the live crowd about how much the TNT title means to him, saying that when fans ask him about when he's going to be AEW World Champion, Allin tells them, "I don't need that, I need the TNT Championship." This marks Miro's first title in AEW and his first championship period in over 2 years, and we'll have to see how he does as the brand new TNT Champion. If Allin's night was bad, Orange Cassidy's wasn't much better, as his #1 contenders match against Pac for the AEW World Championship didn't go according to plan. According to PW Insider, the pair were meant to wrestle to a 20-minute draw, but that didn't happen, as the freshly squeezed one was knocked out cold during the match. Instead of a draw, Tony Schiavone announced that both men will face Kenny Omega at Double or Nothing in a triple threat match for the AEW World Championship. It was a stiff Liger bomb that ultimately put Cassidy out, and in an update from Fightful, it was reported that Cassidy is fortunately okay after such a scary spot. The match ended with referee Aubrey Edwards counting both Cassidy and Pac out, and although it's odd that someone who was KO'd and unable to fight back now gets a shot at the AEW World title, fans can expect to see Cassidy back in the ring at Double or Nothing. We have some breaking news as Zelina Vega, who was released from her WWE contract, is soon returning. According to Fightful Select, Zelina Vega was at the WWE Performance Center on May 13th. She was not just there for a visit. It's reported that she filmed something there as well. WWE announced the release of Zelina Vega from the company in November 2020. This happened during the fiasco that involved WWE banning its talent from using third-party platforms. Vega was one of the few who openly opposed this decision. She did not like losing that community and revenue when WWE sent down their third-party ban. We're uncertain how WWE will use her, but the idea is that she's coming back. She also made a very public situation out of the need to unionize superstars. She spoke with Andrew Yang about the subject as well and sent out some very bold tweets. At this time, there is no word on whether Zelina Vega signed a new deal. It is reported that the working plan is to bring her back into the company in some day. Let us know your thoughts on Zelina Vega's return to WWE. Could she be a part of Aleister Black's new act in the coming weeks? WWE news now, and though it's believed that SummerSlam will take place in front of live fans, that's all that's known about the show. When Ringside News asks about the August pay-per-view, they were told that nothing is planned for the show yet, and that there's no plans for anything in WWE past whatever pay-per-view takes place in July. The source also confirmed that no matches have been booked for SummerSlam yet, as the company has too much to do right now to focus on their second biggest event of the year. With the plan for the show to be in front of a live crowd, and reportedly the start of the post-Thunderdome era, SummerSlam 2021 will need to be an epic night, but for now, nothing is set in stone for the biggest party of the summer. Whilst nothing has been confirmed, rumors continue to circulate around SummerSlam as a new potential host has been revealed. Recently, it was reported that Phoenix, Arizona, and places in Texas were being considered, and earlier this week, it was noted that WWE is considering returning to Madison Square Garden for SummerSlam. Now Las Vegas has entered the running, as sources are reporting that WWE is considering the Allegiant Stadium for the August pay-per-view. The only problem with this venue is that the roof wouldn't open, but after the weather caused severe delays at WrestleMania, WWE may be counting on a closed roof. At this time, there's no confirmation on which location will host SummerSlam, but it's looking increasingly more likely that the biggest party of the summer won't be in the Thunderdome. Over to Raw now, as this week's show saw the Sheamus vs. Humberto Carrillo match end abruptly thanks to an unfortunate bump, but that wasn't the only plan that was changed. According to PW Insider, Mansoor was meant to appear during this week's Raw, but obviously that didn't happen. It's unclear whether he was meant to be a part of the US title picture, but his absence this week, following his Raw debut last week that saw his 49-match winning streak end thanks to a DQ, doesn't bode well for his future on the main roster. We'll have to see how WWE works Mansoor back into the show after having a week off, and what the Saudi star will do next now that his winning streak is over. More injury news from AEW now, as the Blood and Guts match divided fan opinion last week, but one person who got hurt is Santana. That's according to Chris Jericho, who spoke on his Talk is Jericho podcast and revealed that Santana got hurt doing a bump onto a chair. He explained, "Ortiz got back bumped into the cage and the cage moved and he fell between the cage and the apron. I went over and tried to pull the cage back so he could get out. It looked really dangerous." Later on, Santana did the same, except he took the bump over the top rope between the apron and the cage onto a chair that was also stuffed in there. He actually got really hurt and messed up his back and was having some problems walking after. We'll have to see when Santana can compete again, but the Blood and Guts match certainly did a number on the Inner Circle. More from AEW, as the company brought Sting in to be Darby Allin's partner in the Revolution street fight against Team Taz, but that nearly didn't take place. Speaking to ESPN Sports Nation, Allin revealed that it wasn't Sting's age or the risk of injury that nearly nixed the match, but it was law enforcement that got involved while they were filming. He said, "Like my entrance, I was filming for the pay-per-view last month with Sting. We were filming that entrance and got pulled over 3 times by the cops. They just saw me skating down the street at 3 in the morning in my face paint, speeding in a truck. They were like, 'What's going on here?' And I'm like, 'It's for professional wrestling, AEW.' To be fair, it's not every day you see someone skateboarding at 3 a.m. wearing face paint no less, but thankfully no charges were pressed in this situation. Over to NXT, and last month, referee Drake Wuertz made headlines for his appearance at the Seminole County Board of County Commissioners, where he shared several disproven QAnon conspiracy theories. This week, Wuertz was absent from NXT, and that's because he was once again pleading his case that masks should not be used, as it's allegedly part of a plot that allowed predators to prey on children. Speaking during a school board meeting for the Seminole County Public Schools, Wuertz told the superintendent that wearing masks is, quote, "going against the wishes of God," and read a Bible verse saying it's better for an adult to drown than a child to stumble. Wuertz also claimed that teachers are unable to tell children apart when they wear masks, but provided no evidence for this claim. In WWE, Wuertz's actions have turned many talents and staff against him, especially as he spoke at the first county meeting whilst wearing an NXT shirt, with one source saying his pattern of behavior is becoming increasingly concerning. We'll have to see what Wuertz does next, as the NXT referee is becoming much more known for his antics out of the ring than in it. One person with a much better reason for missing WWE TV is Becky Lynch, who gave birth last December and who was rumored to make an appearance at WrestleMania, rumors that were only helped by the man teasing an appearance. Instead, the man wasn't there, and Bayley was confronted by the Bella twins instead, and now the role model isn't thrilled about the idea of the man returning. Speaking to Rick Ucchino, Bayley revealed that there was never plans for a Lynch WrestleMania return, saying, "I think it was wishful thinking and people ready to see Becky back and ready to see me get my butt kicked, I guess. It's not gonna happen because she didn't come back. I'm sure she's ready to get her hands on me, and I'll be ready because I've been doing a lot since she's been gone. She better start at the bottom. I know she gave up her championship, but that doesn't mean she'll return and be right back in that picture. She better start at the very bottom." Recently, Lynch signed a new contract with WWE, once again fueling speculation that she'll be back very soon, but clearly, Bayley is keeping an eye out for the former Raw Women's Champion. In April 2020, Kurt Angle was released from WWE, And though it's been over a year since his departure, fans haven't seen the Olympian in any other promotion. That's something Shaquille O'Neal is trying to change, as during the two-man Power Trip podcast, Angle explained that he recently got a text from the basketball legend telling him to come to AEW. Though there's plenty of fans who would love to see this, Angle reiterated that he's retired and doesn't plan on wrestling again, adding that if he does, it'll most likely be for WWE. Angle seems to be sticking to his retirement, though it's worth mentioning that we used to say the same about Sting. But for now, don't expect the Olympic gold medalist inside Daly's place. Back to WWE, and John Cena's commitments to the HBO Max Peacemaker series has kept him away from the ring, including missing WrestleMania for the first time since he debuted in the company. Though Cena will be suiting up as the DC Comics character for this summer's Suicide Squad movie, we now know when his HBO series will be airing. On Instagram, director James Gunn was asked when fans will get to see the Peacemaker spin-off series drop, and he replied saying January 2022. That means fans will have to wait just 7 months to see Cena don the suit on his own TV show, and time will tell whether Cena's hard work and dedication to the project over WWE pays off. And we're ending this video with Charlotte Flair, who came back not too long ago and is now in the Raw Women's title picture. This week, Flair shared a photo of herself on commentary, asking her Twitter followers to caption it, which got quite the response from CM Punk. Taking a dig at Vince McMahon, Punk parodied what Vince might have been saying in the headset, telling Flair to stop watching the monitors and stop saying wrestling. It's no secret that Vince McMahon prefers the term sports entertainment instead of pro wrestling, and that he has a history of shouting into people's headsets, something that Punk clearly hasn't forgotten from his days in WWE. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.